to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free. Be free. We are here. May 16th, CRUSHIN COVID Daily Show. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks so much for being here. For every viewer, guys, we've hit, this show has hit over 3,000 views. I am shocked because I didn't expect that many people in such a short amount of time to even watch, and that number continues to grow daily. So really cool and exciting things that are happening, and today is going to be another fun show. You know why? Because it's CRUSHIN COVID Daily on a Saturday, May 16th. We're about halfway through. I think we only have about, 15 days left? Less than that, probably. I know we got a competition coming up. I'm going to show you guys that right now. Check it out. Check it out. There at the bottom of your screen, you can get in on the giveaway while you can. We're going to be choosing 5 lucky winners. for our remote real estate investing program. I'm going to show you a little bit about that in just a few minutes. But get over to that link and have your, I was supposed to, what I was supposed to do today? I was supposed to announce who those people were. And you know what? I am going to work on that right now. While we're saying hello, if you're new here, what I'd like you to do is put new in the comment section so I can say, hola chica, if I could do that. So, okay. So if you're new here, say hello, and that way I can say hi back to you, or hola. Let me know. I don't know why, now that I need it, I can't find it, right? You ever have those moments? So let's kick it off here. Let's kick it off, and I'll try to get you what's been happening with the giveaway. Also today, we're going to be giving away an Amazon gift card. Yes, we're going to play the game. We're going to play the game of what would you do with $1 million? Where is my people? My people are supposed to clap. There's supposed to be people clapping right about now. Nobody's clapping. All right, we got the DJ going on. All right. Either way, so we're going to play that game also, and the person who plays gets to automatically win an Amazon gift card. So far, we've had 3 winners. Yesterday, Aaron won, and I will show you what he's done on his, on his thing. But if you're new here, you can even give us a hand clap. So great to have you here, Sandy. Welcome. And we're gonna play a game. But I also want to show you. Maybe who's been. Maybe I'll just have to wait for tomorrow. I don't know. I didn't want to wait for tomorrow, but I wanted to show you today who has been leading. Maybe while I'm pulling this up, I hate delays, Oh, okay, I think I just found it. There we go. Oh, what I'll do while this is loading, okay? I will tell you I want to welcome some new members. So we also have the Clear the Fog program. If you heard me mention that before, or if you're over on our YouTube, you can click on the link in the description. I might even have one here. I'm not too sure. No, I do not right now. But the Clear the Fog program, you can even get over to our website and you can click on the link above in our website. The website is right there on your screen. Right there right about there. Where is the link on your screen? Today is technical issues day. We're gonna get there, guys. Thank God it's Saturday, right? I mean, yesterday we're having a good time. It's Friday. I can't even find what I'm looking for right now. It's like one of those days. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, so let's just see. I want to give a little sneak peek of who's running right now. We have 8 contestants that are trying to win, and I don't want to give away their names, but there's 8 contestants who are trying to win the remote real estate group training, and yeah, there's 8. So if you're interested, go in the giveaway below and start your entries. And start doing that now, because I think there's only 15 days remaining to that. So I will show you. I'll show you what that page looks like. I think I'll show you what that page looks like if I can. I think I can. All right. So we're gonna be giving away some Amazon gift cards today. By the way, you don't have to wait if you want to play. What would you do with $1 million? Like if you got it today and you want to play today in this game that we're going to play, then all you have to do is put pick me in the comment section below. There we go. Okay. And let's go to, I'm going to show you the page and what it looks like. So when you go online, you can check it out for yourself and see what's up, And let's do this. I'm going to share my screen with you right now. Hey, Daryl, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show. All right, so if you go to our website, right? Okay, let me show you the website. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm just going all the. You got to just bear with me today. Today is like one of those days where we're just going everywhere. All right. If you go to no, it's not on our website. That's right. This is all private, so everybody's like, where do we go? You go to the link that's scrolling below. bit.ly/fearless giveaway is going to take you to this page right here where you'll have a chance to win. We're looking for 5 lucky winners. 14 days remaining. All right, Daryl, hang on, buddy. You're going to play. Give me 1 second. We're going to play. You're up first, okay? Just give me 1 second. Hang in there. Follow along, and you're going to have a chance to win a Amazon gift card. Give me about a few minutes, and we're going to get right to you. So, right here, if you go to the link below, the one that's scrolling below, you'll go to this page right here where we're choosing 5 lucky runners. We're not choosing them, by the way. No. We're leaving that to Siri. We're leaving that to AI, okay? We're not going to do that. And so it's automatically going to pick the winner, and it does it by how many entries there are and how many times you enter in to win. You can come back daily. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can watch one of our funny videos on YouTube. You can share it with other people. And if you are one of the top 5, then you win, which is fantastic. And then this is a $2,000 value because we're giving not only training, because you can learn that stuff, but you are also getting group coaching with yours truly. Enter in your name here or use Facebook to enter in, and you're going to win all these kind of things like how we can get you started in real estate quickly. So even if you're thinking about it, by the way, for everyone all the new people that have been joining up to this, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really hoping, like, I wish everybody could win, but that would just take a lot of time to coach everybody. So what we would do is, with all this hand-holding that's going to be going on, excuse me, in this training, we're going to work with you step by step how to get started quickly, what you need to do to be legal, how to select a market, analyze a deal and ensure that you have a good one, what contracts to use and when, how to make offers that get accepted, and so much more. This course is not for people who think they're going to close a deal in 30 days or less. If you're way too busy in life, which is kind of interesting right now with COVID, or if you are trying to get rich quick, please, this is not for you, okay? I am not your guru. Go find another guru that wants to get you into their get rich quick scheme. Then this training is not for you. This training is for you if you want to start a new business, if you are considering real estate but are still wondering how it works, if you want to be your own boss and make your own decisions, change your financial future, or if you need something new to learn while you're at COVID, right? Something new if you've been thinking about real estate and wanting to get into it, this is a great chance for you to do that. Great chance for you to do that. 5 lucky winners are going to make that happen. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And by the way, guys, today's topic is how I left my 9-to-5 job, and I want to share a little bit about that. And right now, now's a good time. And then we're going to jump over to the whatchamacallit. Do you guys remember that chocolate whatchamacallit? Do we have any people that remember that candy or whatchamacallit? I don't even know if they make it anymore. Do they even make it? But I just remember the commercials. I'm about to date myself when it was like, what was it? It was like, whatchamacallit? And then there was the other one, the guy's voice that went, bow, bow. Does anybody know that commercial? Bow, bow. Oh yeah, bow, bow. Do you remember that? Can you name that? Name that commercial. Do you remember those commercials? Let me know if you do. I'm interested if you know and remember what chocolate. All right. I gave it away. I gave it at least a chocolate. It's not a candy. But what chocolate is that commercial from right there? So, all right. I want to give you a quick story, and then we're going to jump into how you spend $1 million today. I want to tell you a little bit how I left my 9-to-5 job. Reality was I had 3 9 to 5. I don't even call them 9 to 5 jobs. Listen, at the end of the day, I was getting home probably like 9, 10 o'clock at night. I worked 3 jobs, and I started at 4 o'clock in the morning every morning for many years, probably from the age of 14. Yeah. I got my first paper out when I was 14. That's when it all began. 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 to 7, I would deliver newspapers. Okay. First, I started on my bike. I was 14 years old, started on my bike. And then after that, I would go to this local cafe. It was like after my route was finished. And sometimes I'd hawk newspapers on the street. And then I'd go over to this cafe. And then at that cafe, I would read for 2 hours. I'd read from 7 to 9 in the morning. Or whatever, like 8:45, okay? And then I would get over to my next job, and I'd work there from 9 to 5. And then after that, I would work there. I'd go to a restaurant, which was my uncle's restaurant, and I would busboy. And that was like pretty much my life for a long period of time. And then if I wasn't always at the restaurant, I would have another job at night. And basically, I would work pretty much every day from 4 in the morning till about 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and I would just crash. And then when the internet came around, basically I remember my life changing a little bit, where I'd still work. I'd still wake up every morning at 4, and then I would, I worked different jobs. So I'd work at like TJ Maxx. I worked at the newspaper company for a little bit, and then what else did I? Gosh, I feel like I've done so many like odds and end jobs. I remember I worked at a bookstore for like 3 months. That didn't work out so well. And then I worked at, did I say this, TJ Maxx? Did I say I worked at a clothing retailer? Did that for about a year. I think it was actually a year to the date. And then I'd still, so anyway, I'd be day in, day out, and at night I was trying to build a side business. So at some time when the internet came around and I was using the internet more, I would work the day jobs, and then I would go and I'd work online at night. Pretty much like 20% of the time. I don't know. I was just learning. The internet wasn't what it is today. It was like very, very different. So, but that's been my life. And and I would do that 7 days a week. Other than on Sundays, I'd go to church with the family. And then after church, I would be right at it. I'd be working on something in the late afternoon, and then the next day. And then probably in my early, so anyway, my point of giving you the background of my story, but how I left I guess each 9 to 5. Okay, the biggest 9 to 5 I left was when I was working at TJ Maxx, and my ex's dad, he introduced me. He was kind of like, I was going to marry this girl, right? So he pushed me to read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? And he's like, if you want to marry my daughter, and he didn't say it like that. I'm saying it with like harsh words, but but if it was my daughter, I'm gonna push that kid too, right? So in a very fun and playful, forceful manner, he said, if you want to marry my daughter, you have to read this book. So the book was Rich Dad Poor Dad. By the way, if you've ever read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, let me know in the comments below. And so I took the book, and whatever, the next few days or whatever, I came back and I said, oh yeah, here, I read the book. And I didn't know he was going to quiz me. I didn't know he was going to give me a test. So I was like, oh, okay. Because all he did was, he said, what's in chapter 6? Tell me about chapter 6. And I was like, oh gosh, oh no. And he's like, you didn't read it, did you? And I was like, no, I didn't. I read like the beginning, the first few pages, and I didn't read it. He's like, so you're not serious? And I said, no, I'm serious. And when he was saying serious, I was thinking about, serious about, getting married to his daughter, right? So he said, no, if you're serious, then I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you're not serious about making money. And I said, what are you talking about, making money? And I didn't, because I didn't read the book. He's like, go back, read the book, and come back and tell me what you read. I said, okay, fine. So I went, read the book. It was really great. If you haven't read Rich Dad Poor Dad yet, you got to read it. Yeah, exactly. Look, boom. Sarah's like, read it, done it. It's great. It is a great book. It's actually great for not only just finance and business, but it's great for real estate. So, so I read that book. I came back and I had all these notes, and we went through it together. So short time after that, as I was like pursuing, he actually took me to my first seminar. Okay. And it was a mortgage seminar at first. That was my first seminar. It's for mortgages, how to like do a mortgage. It was very awesome, Daryl. Great. Yeah, it's a great read. It's a great read. And by the way, guys, since we're on this topic just for a minute, if you haven't read the follow-up book to that, it's called The Cash Flow Quadrant. I highly recommend that. That book is amazing. Yeah, Sarah read it also. It's a great book. So her dad took me to my first seminar, which was a mortgage seminar conference, right? It was like how to do mortgages. It was so technical. A lot of it went over my head, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. And then he took me to his company that he was working at and all this stuff, and I started getting more interested. Finally, I went on this presentation one night where they were giving this presentation about how you could be in the mortgage business as a, what do you call it? As an originator, okay? Now, this company was a network marketing mortgage company. It was amazing at the time, right? It was really cool. Because you basically could come in as an originator and you can get paid on your downline and all that stuff. And today that's like not even possible because of the way the regulations are. So that's actually how I got started. I watched this presentation and the guy showed the numbers, you know, he's over there clicking his clicker, and he showed how you can make 6 figures in the mortgage business. And guys, I was like working at TJ Maxx. I was delivering newspapers in the morning. I was working at TJ Maxx. I had all this work going on, and I'm like, huh? How's this guy making 6 figures? I can make 6 figures doing this. So what I did was I went to my boss. I'll never forget it, Mr. Francis in Seekonk, Massachusetts. That's where I was working at TJ Maxx. Went in there the next day, you know, with all this young blood enthusiasm, thinking not a know-it-all, but I was very eager to make more money. So I remember I was like, Mr. Francis, I need to ask you a question. And we were right in the center of the men's department, okay? I had just become the manager of the men's department, like literally a week earlier. And out loud, not even in the back room, I said, Mr. Francis, I said, hey, I'm just curious, you know, how much do you make a year? And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, you know, just out of curiosity, you're like the lead guy, right, in the region. So how much do you make a year? He's like, oh, I make about $60,000. And I was like, why? I literally said, why? He's like, what do you mean why? He's like, that's as high as it goes. Like everybody in the regional management makes about $65,000 a year with a bonus of like $5,000 a year. And I said, and you've been doing this for how long? He's like, oh, 20 years. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't work here anymore. That's literally what I said. I said, oh my gosh, I can't work here anymore. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, you don't understand. I just yesterday, I went to this meeting and I can become a mortgage broker, and I don't know how it works, but I can make 6 figures. And he's like, and he just laughed at me. I'll never forget his laugh, because he was, you know, he had this way about him, and he went, ah, and he turned around and laughed it away. And he's like, yeah, when you find that kind of money, you come show me. So I said, well, Mr. Francis, I really need to do this, so I need to give you my 2 weeks notice. He's like, but you just became manager. And I said, it doesn't matter. I need to do this. And my motivation wasn't about like getting married or anything. It was actually just making money. So I said, I need to give my 2 weeks notice, like right now. And he's like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. All right. So he's like, let's talk about it tomorrow. I think he thought I was going to change my mind. I was more on fire the next day after that. So anyway, 2 weeks later, I gave my 2 weeks notice and I left TJ Maxx. So I had left the retail industry world. And from there, I started as a loan originator for a company. And our conferences this was like the first time I traveled. I traveled to Las Vegas. That was awesome. How old was I? 18? I was 18 years old in Vegas for the first time in my life. That was fun. And we had our big conference there. You know, there was like, I don't know, there was thousands of people there. So it was really cool because we were building up this mortgage company, and we had this presentation and we had a plan. It was so cool. And so it was very quickly that I started building up and selling these loans as a loan originator. At the same time, by the way, all around this same time, I'm learning about real estate through my ex's dad, right? So he was the one who pushed me to a conference. He's the one who took me to my first Brian Tracy conference. It was like a 3-day seminar. He took me to that. And then after that, he just kept pushing me to go to these seminars. It wasn't until I went to this big stadium filled, it was in Providence, Rhode Island at the Dunkin' Donuts Center. I think it was called something else at the time, but anyway, it was this big conference center, a big stadium and all that. And there was this guy on stage who talked about investing in real estate for $97, and I had the money. But I did not get up. My ex was like, come on, you know you like this. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to go. But you know what? God puts people in your life at a reason, for a season, and a lifetime. And at that moment, she was there for a reason, just to give me that nudge, to get me to go sign up. I paid $97 for, which I thought was crazy. I paid $97. And guys, by the way, there was a lot of motivation going on there. There was a lot of like rah-rah. And I wasn't feeling it. I was like, nah, I'm not going to go learn real estate. You know, it was really over my head. And so I go sign up for $97. Then we go back, I think a week later for the 3-day. We go for the 3-day. Guys, I was a virgin to the seminar industry at this point. Now, this is a different type of seminar. This is a pitch seminar. The other conferences I had been to were paid events. So you were actually really learning things. There was no upsells for coaching packages or anything like that. Those were actual learning trainings, okay? So this was my first pitch fest, and I go in for 3 days, and literally by the second day, I'm getting pitched for a $110,000 coaching package. And I was like, yeah, no. So anyway, but out of that conference, out of that 3-day, I did end up signing up for coaching and seminars. It was it was the Wealth Intelligence Academy, where I learned wholesaling, lease options, creative financing. I learned a whole bunch of things. So I went to like 8 seminars. Then I had the real estate coach fly to my area. Guys, that's where my big breakthrough has happened. If you haven't listened to the previous days in this CRUSHIN COVID and where I share my story, that's exactly the coach that came out to my area and crushed it for me. He was living in North Carolina, I think, at the time. And watch this. Because he was living in North Carolina, that guy changed my life. He helped me make around $18,000 on my first 2 deals. Just because he was from North Carolina, I actually got so motivated to go see what was going on in North Carolina. So I actually flew down there for one of my seminars. He was there. And they brought me up on stage. They're like, oh, he closed his first 2 deals, right? And I got introduced to the team. I eventually got picked up and started working for Wealth Intelligence Academy. And I ended up becoming a trainer and speaker for the groups and stuff like that. It was really cool. So guys, that's one of the ways I don't want to say that's how it was kind of a weird transition because I left my 9-to-5 job that way through real estate investing. But yet then I went back and got hired as an employee for an education company. And then I was doing real estate on the side. And then I got hired and picked up by Dave Lindahl out of Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, who owns 8,000. At the time he owned 8,000 apartments. Probably he's got more now. At the time I forget how many he has. I'm not going to do those numbers right now. But anyway, so again, I went back from I still had my real estate company, and then I went from there back to an employment job to work for his company for 3 years. And that was an amazing experience. If it wasn't for that experience, I wouldn't have gotten into apartment investing as fast as I would have under the age of 25. And I got into apartments at that younger age. So that was really cool. And I went back and it was okay. It was great. So I put my wholesaling real estate on the side. I just calmed it down. I didn't run any marketing, let's put it that way. And I just got involved in apartments. And then 3 years after working in his organization, I started a new company. And this was my consulting company. And now that's been 10 years in the making now, 10, 11 years, something like that. And then here we are. Oh my gosh. Yeah. 11 years later, here we are, just still having my consulting company and real estate companies. And yeah, it's been great. And during that process, I've actually started other companies that I've sold. I had a media agency that I sold a few years ago. And I still have other ventures going on. We just started another company last year. We started a funding company last year. the beginning of last, well, I've been funding real estate for 9 years. Okay. I've been funding all kinds of deals, single family, land deals, bridge loans for commercial, but I kind of just did it privately. I didn't really do it like on a public scale. I didn't run any marketing. I didn't do it because I've always been talking to investors and I've been always dealing with investors and consulting them and helping them build their business. I just offered it as they needed it. And it's actually something I provide to my clients. So whenever my clients come into my coaching program and I help them show them how to build a real estate business, if they need funding for the deal, I'll fund it, right? I'll help fund the deal. So that's just something I've done for them to help them out, you know? So I've been doing that for about 8 years or so, but it wasn't until the beginning of 2019 that I said, you know what? I'm going to take this to a whole nother level. So I started funding a bunch of land deals. I funded like hundreds of land deals. So by the way, if you or someone you know needs funding for land deals, I mean, we close multiple land deals a month. It was really interesting though, the past few month, like 34, I don't know, 50 days, because of COVID, everything has slowed down. So title companies have slowed down, attorneys, escrow companies, it's like everything is like stopped, right? It's like, what's going on? But anyway, the leads still keep coming in. More and more people need funding, and the leads coming in, but everything is just not going to closing. Anyway, long story short, I funded hundreds of land deals. I've funded hundreds of single family deals. And I don't even know how many commercial because it wasn't hundreds. So a few bridge loans. And I also have some partners for bigger deals, bigger commercial loans, like 1 million bridge loans, 2, 3, 4. So anyway, I help my clients put these deals together. And then we just launched a funding company. And anyway, we're growing that too. So there's a lot we've done over the past, we have done over the past 10 years. And that's like a brief summary of how I left my 9-to-5 job. And I want to just point out some points here, and then we're going to start playing some games. One of the most important points about all what I'm sharing with you is that, hold on, let me just do this. One of the most important parts that I'm sharing with you is it didn't happen overnight. And it takes time. Even though I was still like working my job, that's really important. I was still starting real estate. I was still investing in flipping real estate. I strongly discourage people from just quitting their job and jumping into real estate. I strongly discourage people to just say, I'm gonna leave my job, quit my job, or I'm just gonna get into heavy debt and throw money at the wall into real estate. No, you should be strategic. It should be organized. And you should have one strategy and get really good at that strategy. And I only say that from personal experience because I spent 2 years of wandering in the wilderness of how to invest in real estate, okay? Just 2 years of going to real estate seminar after seminar that I paid for, seminar after seminar after seminar, just trying to think and learn about real estate when actually, doing the real estate is what matters most. Getting deals done, making cash flow into your bank account is what matters most. So that's why I created the Clear the Fog program, and that's really helped a lot of people. Just before we're about to play the game, but I just want to give a big shout out. I want to give a big shout out for the most of our clients recently who have come into the Clear the Fog program, and they've gotten such great results. They loved it. I want to give a shout out to Evelyn and Renee and Reginald and Mary, Chris, Rita, Donald, Everett, Leslie, Nicole, Ursula. Gosh, I could go on and on. I got another like 20 names here. But those are investors that have recently come into the Clear the Fog program that have had the same type of freedom that I did 15 years ago. That same type of mental breakthrough, that same type of going through seminar after seminar, course after course, and trying to figure out what works, what do they need to do to make money. The Clear the Fog program is what's really helping people identify that and get really focused on their business. So I'm so glad that's impacting so many people's lives, because without it, I mean, it gets really difficult and really frustrating. Okay, all right. So I want to share with you. We're gonna play the game. Let's go. We're gonna go in. We're gonna go into it. We're gonna start playing here. We got the spread. We got the sheet up. And Daryl, are you still with us here, buddy? You still here? Daryl's currently reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Great. Great to hear that. Daryl, you still with us? Let me know, buddy. Sarah has her 13-year-old son reading it. I'm supposed to have an applause button. I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. Good job, Sarah. That's great. There we go. There's my applause button for you doing that with your son. That's so great. All right, and then let's see. Sarah, you're playing the cash flow with your children. Absolutely. Yes, play the cash flow with children. Absolutely. Yeah. We played the cash flow a few games back in North Carolina. It's a great time. I've been playing that game for a long time. There was a time, by the way, Daryl, if you're with me, you got to let me know again, buddy. Okay, great. Daryl's here. Fantastic. Daryl, here's what you're going to do. I'm going to give you an example, okay? This is from yesterday. This is from yesterday from Aaron, okay? And what I want you to look at here is on this sheet is I want you to just, we're going to pretend, I'm not actually asking for your bank account here, but how would you spend $1 million today? You can see Aaron's example here that this is how he spent his million, okay? Now I want you to give me the title and the amount of how much you would spend with $1 million today if it was wired into your bank account. So let me know what you want to pick. Just give me the title and the amount and just keep typing, okay? Just title and amount, and as you type it in, I'll type it in. Make sense? All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Now looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche, we're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow, we can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free.
Hey, Daryl, I know this can be a little tricky, but all you're going to do, bud, is you're going to give me a title. If you have $1 million, how would you spend $1 million right now? I know this can kind of be difficult because we start thinking like, how would I spend my money and all that kind of, it is tricky sometimes. I did this in the, about a week ago. Well, yeah, about a week ago in our first one, and it was tricky. I was like, would I spend it here? Would I spend it there? But all you have to do is start giving me a name, a title, and then a dollar amount, and I'll start plugging it in, all right? So you can give them to me one at a time. It's fine also. Let's go. Let's do it. So Daryl's got his first in. He wants to purchase land for an investment of $500,000. So land purchase of $500,000. Okay. Well, Daryl, that leaves you with $500,000. So what else would we do with that? What else are you going to do with your $500,000? You're doing a great job so far, bud. Just keep it up. Keep it coming. We got you. We got you here. Let's go.
About to leave. Already.
Let's change it up a little bit. Let's change it up a little bit. By the way, happy birthday to 2 people in our group. I have the names. They're on my notes. I wanted to wish Hey, listen, if it's your birthday today, I know you were here a few days ago. Ronnie, happy birthday. Daryl, we're waiting for you, buddy. What else you got, man? Are you still trying to guess what you want to do with your 500,000? Where are you at? You having a hard time spending your money? I'll spend it for you. Gift to Nathan, 500,000. What do you want to do, man? Post it in the comments. Let us know what you want to do with that money. 500,000 to go. Okay. What? That's it? That's it? That's it? You're done? You're just kind of like making this easy, just like 500,000. That's it. That's it. That's all you're gonna spend your money on. you take the easy road. You like to take the easy road, don't you? You're like the easy road type. Like, let me just spend half here and half there. I see no paying off debt, no helping charity. I see no whatever else you got going on. You're just like, nah, split half in land and half in multi-units. Well, I'll definitely agree with you about the multi-units. Land, purchasing land is a long-term strategy. Good luck with that. That's so risky. Very risky. Definitely not a cash flowing builder there. Unless you got some maybe downtown property or something like that, some commercial stuff. All right. Well, if that's all you got, Daryl, is this your final answer? Because you just spent $1 million pretty quick. Let me know if this is your final answers. I sent it. That's it. All right. Good job. Congratulations. All right. You're welcome. There you go, buddy. All right, man. Sounds good. My team will reach out to you. We'll work with you. That was fun. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else want to play? Anybody else want to play?
About to leave, already packing. Come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go. Be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free.
All right. It looks like we have no other takers. And I am getting some other comments here. It looks like we're having a little techie glitches today, huh? We got comments coming in from the other side. Yes, you can still get in the giveaway. I got a few comments and questions here coming in from not on Facebook. But yes, if you want to participate in the giveaway, it's right there in the link below, bit.ly/fearless-giveaway. All right. So if you want to participate in that, you can. And it would be great. We already have a bunch of people who are already participating in that. So get to it. Get to it. Until next time, guys. Guys, that's about it. I see no one else wants to play How Would I Spend $1 Million? So we'll call it a day. We'll call it a day. Guys, tomorrow, same time, same place. Crushing COVID Daily, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And by the way, I want to wish you a great and happy weekend. Until tomorrow, signing off. Take care. Enjoy the day.
I'm a fearless millionaire.
I am 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 a fearless millionaire.